Hey guys, how's it going? Chrisman Sky here, and today I'm gonna be reviewing a game that I played versus a higher rated opponent. And before I start the replay, I just wanted to say a few things about new players that are joining in the game. I'm also a relatively new player. I've been playing for a week or two. I know some basic stuff about the game, but I don't know everything. And if you are starting out, just remember that even if you get matched versus a higher rated opponent, do not stress because it is really not that hard if you know what you are doing and you get experience as you do fight versus higher rated opponents, and you will start beating them if you do a little bit of research, see how the units counter each other, see a few build orders, get destroyed by a few build orders or rushes, which higher rated opponents love to do versus lower rated opponents, so you can adapt your build style according to the players you play against. But that's all I wanted to say at the start, so we can jump into the actual gameplay. And as you can see, I start with four workers on the gold mine, and I select one of the four, put him on wood because three is sufficient enough to mine gold at the gold mine. I immediately select queue up one worker at the castle, and I queue up the next, and now I have 12 food. I can just do this. On the left side, as you can see, I have 14 now because that is my 14th food worker, and I select him, move him to the right, and build the barracks right here. And when I get enough gold, I queue up one more worker, and I have 16, and that is enough to have for the early game. And this is quote unquote standard build order that you can do versus pretty much any build order that other build order that your opponent does, because you will get an early scout, which is really important to scout what your opponent is doing, and if he does some cheeky little rush or something. And I immediately queue up a swordsman, and I should have done this before a little bit. I'm a bit late, but build a farm so I do not get blocked with food, because right now I am blocked, as you can see, 20 out of 20 on the bottom left side. And what I'm doing here is no scrolls, no things like that, because I wanted to keep it clean as possible, and I really dislike using spells. I just do not like them. I don't know why, I just do not play them, and a lot of people beat me because they do use scrolls, but I really am anti-scrolls. I don't know why. But it doesn't matter. I queue up three workers. I queue up three swordsmen because I did not see an early scout from my opponent, so I thought he was gonna rush me or something. So I built three swordsmen, so I do not get killed by an early attack. But I am waiting for my swordsman to scout, but even before he scouts, I do build another barracks. I don't know why, but I really like having two barracks available, so I can build my army. And I see here my opponent is sending out his scout right here, and I presumed he went eco. He went an eco heavy build, so he did not have any insane rush or something, because I saw his soldier scouting right now. And before even I scout, because most players play that build order, because my scout was not that late but a bit late, I built an elven tree which counters his warsmiths, so he cannot kill me that easily. I have sufficient enough swordsmen, and I am just waiting for my elven tree to build up so I can queue up my archers. I set my buildings in a way that can block his soldiers, but I did not do it successfully because I'm mostly new to these maps, and I do not know how to set up my buildings. But I do try my best to incorporate that in my game. And in the meantime, I am building a human monument because from the hero altar I want paladin, which is what you build, which is why you build your human monument. And I want a early knight because a knight, I really enjoy it because of the scouting power that it gives, so you can see what your opponent is doing. Right now my opponent has double barracks, human monument, and a sanctuary, which is a pretty ground heavy army that does not have any anti-air. And if I sent out my swordsman back and kind of I guess out micro his swordsman to see what he was doing, I probably would have went a factory and went and built a few copters and just send them out in his base because he did not have any anti-air, which I guess is kind of bad on my part. But as you can see, I'm getting ready for the 5-minute mark, and I sent out my chests. So and I sent my soldiers out to the chests so I get them. For some reason my opponent felt uneasy and did not want to or was just late and did not want to push for the chests, so I just take them from him. But as you can see, we'll have a battle in the middle of the map, even though I got my boss chest, which is a really big boost to my economy, and it will help me build my paladin, get my knight out, and how do you call it, and yeah, and just try and destroy his army. But as you can see, it is just he has built one too many warsmiths, and the archers, I did not build that many, so I just decided to pull back and let him have the win, because I did not feel confident enough that I could beat his army, because he had too many warsmiths and I had just 3 archers. Archers are good against warsmiths, but you have to have a decent front line and a lot of archers so you feel capable of beating them. I did build my hero altar, taken out my paladin, and I do build a sanctuary because you don't need it per se, but I do love to have 2 or 3 healers in my army, so they can, even the wounded soldiers can, they can regenerate, and you will have a bigger army than a better army than your opponent. So I did send out my scout, or my knight I should say, and to see what my opponent was doing. I did micro him, so he went around, so my opponent did not see I was scouting. My opponent went for the bombardier, which is pretty good versus what I have, because he has an ability that deals a lot of splash damage, plus his attacks do, I think, splash damage. And since I kinda presumed he wasn't gonna do anything to me because he did not he did not know what I was going, because he did not scout even once. He only scouted once at the start of the game, and that was it, which is, I think, bad from him. I think you should scout every so often to see what your opponent is doing. And as you can see, he set up his buildings in a way which I cannot get my knight in and harass his workers, but my knight did its job. I saw him getting the altar of heroes, upgrading the sanctuary, which meant either he was going for foxes or he was going for wind mages. But I will scout again, and I will see that his elven tree is being upgraded, which means he will go for the how do you say, for the wind mages and not the foxes. Right here I saw him getting the factory, so it means that he is gonna go bikers, because his human monument did not get his human monument did not get upgraded, which means he could not get ballistas, and he had a dwarven forge. And if he's upgrading his factory, that means he's going bikers. And that's why I decided to upgrade my barracks to get a little bit of a better front line than my swordsman. And I decided to get the guardsmen, which are really good versus his warsmiths and swordsmen. They're really beefy and really hard to kill if you don't have the sufficient units. And I guess the wind mages do actually kill them, but if you do not have enough of them, I do not think you can. And right here the chest spawns. I do not have the best army, so he would probably beat me here, but my plan was not to win, but to trade off my front line, so I could free up some food and get my other units that I did want to get. So I did kind of let him have it, as I do not have the better army, so I did not intend even to win this, but I do want to trade it off a bit, so I do free up some space for my other units. And as you can see, I did upgrade my elven tree and my sanctuary, so I had the option of going even wind mages if I saw him doing something else. So I do not like wind mages versus bikers, and bikers are really good versus have really good anti-air, and they're really bad versus snipers, which I decided to go. As you can see, I am losing, so I just select my army. I did trade off what I wanted to trade off and just pull back. So before this happened, I was explaining something else down here with his units, but I did take this observer tower when he was taking this golden idol. And the reason why I have it now is I sent out my knight. That's why I love the knight. If just one or two is enough to have, and I did get his golden idol, which he took earlier. Plus, I got the overview tower, so I have overview of this gold mine if I want to take it in the late game or even now, and to see if he's pushing up to check it or even trying to flank me from his right side. And at the back end of this, I did get a bombardier, and I got the guardsman. I am upgrading my factory because he has a lot of ground army, and the ballistas are really good versus what he has. I probably should have went copters, to be honest, but I really do not know why I did not go that, but in the end it really worked out for me, even if I did not go the helicopters. I did upgrade the dwarven forge so I can get my snipers out, because as I said, the snipers are really good versus the wind mages and the bikers, because they kill them really fast. So I do realize, I think I sent it out. No, I will send it out now, I think, in a few seconds after my snipers finish up, I will send out my swordsman to scout what he was doing. And in the meantime, I did send out my army to get this gold mine because I wanted to get a second castle. So I would start mining. But as soon as I see his army is in the middle and I see I have a better army, I pull my army back and try and fight him in the middle. As you can see, I see it. I say, oh, no, I'm not going there. Take it back. Select all and just put them in the middle. When you do select all and just throw them at the enemy, I don't think that's really good. I like to set them up a bit, put my ranged units at the back, my healers kinda in the middle, so they can heal the front and the back line if that gets attacked. And I select all after that, after I micro them, and I just go at it. From some reason, I think I caught him off guard a bit because he did not send his whole army here. I think he was busy doing something else in the meantime, and I capitalize on that. As you can see, the healers really help the guardsmen and to stay alive. He sent out his wind mages and attacked with the bombardier to kill my backline units, but I micro my snipers to kill the wind rager. After that, I select them to kill the bikers, and I killed his hero also. So that was how I outplayed my higher rated opponent. As you can see, even if he is 1200 rating above me, and for some reason he sent out a helicopter, but that doesn't really matter. He really played poorly, I should say, and he let me scout and let me counter. He did not scout at all, which is really bad. If you don't know what is going on right now, it's the game. He surrendered. The game is just over because I don't know why the replay doesn't show that he is defeated or the game is ended, and they are just the units are just standing right there, but it doesn't matter. All in all, the game just ended and he lost. So yeah, that is that. I don't like when players come to me and say like, oh, but he's high rated, so like even if he lost his first battle, he just surrenders because he's just high rated and he thinks that he will win. But as you can see, even if you lose couple army units early, you can trade them off and get better units, and in the meantime you upgrade your base and upgrade your castle, put down your farms, get your other upgrades. So yeah, that is it, guys. That's all I wanted to cover for this video. If you have any questions, just type in the comments or email me. I am just really enjoying this game right now, and I'm playing it not almost non-stop, but I do enjoy playing it from time to time, and I love recording for it because I believe this game will have really big potential and be a part of something. I want to be a part of something really big. And so yeah, that is that. Thank you for watching and have a good one.